welcome back to the channel. Today we're at St Andrew's Church in Melton in Suffolk, and this is the second one we've looked at recently, which is Victorian.
You see by that tower there, it's not particularly tall, is it?
No, but you see, we've often spoken about in these videos about there being no local stone. There is stone in this one.
Yeah.
It's been brought from elsewhere, so
yeah.
Obviously built after the railways, I would say, because the railway line is about 50
the
yards.
stone it's made out of is actually something called Kentish ragstone. So that's obviously been brought up here, and as you can see, the walls of it looks like crazy paving.
The boundary wall for the church is like, if you have a look over there,
Yeah.
you can see
Absolutely.
it continues on.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if the wall is made of a darker stone to the church, or it's just because it's on the edge of a road and it's just weathered more, but it's very dark. But you have got a flint that goes around that door. But this was designed by Frederick Barnes. Now, Frederick Barnes is it was an Ipswich architect, and as you can see, we've got the usual church architect.
You would say to yourself that bit of carving is a lot older than the church, wouldn't you?
You would absolutely. But there is something in here that is quite old.
Oh, good. That's not there yet.
Not yet. You're not in the church yet.
Is it me now?
No. No. Funny enough, it still beats you by a few years.
Right. Yeah, Salem Orange. Oh no, not Salem Orange. Little free pantry. I thought it was for sales, but that's for.
No, it's a little free pantry. Let's take what you need and give what you can.
That's beautiful.
And I think in this day and age where people are struggling, that's lovely. This porch is not very big. You can see where Paul's standing there. One of these days. Right, so we're just going to enter the church. Now, it's very dark.
Very dark. Very nice though.
It is pretty. It's nice. And you can see it's got dormer windows. Which is very strange in a church, I think.
And it's got a rood.
Yeah, but it's not an old rood. But
Oh, I'm coming back. Sorry, I was just taking it all in.
now, what can you tell me about the font, Paul?
Right, the font, I would say, I'm guessing.
Bearing in mind this church is built in 1860.
Yes, but I'm probably on the site of an older church, I'm guessing. So we've got the font, and I would say even this second step down here is 14th or 15th century.
Mm-hmm.
I might even go 13th. No, 14th is my guess.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read the blurb, but if we have a look at the font, it's been defaced.
Well, if you hold that, I'll be able to tell you about it.
Tell us about the font, Mel. Tell us about the font. Look at that, look. That one's lost his head.
Right, it's actually a 15th century font.
Right.
And this came from a church up the road. We're in a town, in a village, hamlet, called Melton. And Melton has two churches called St Andrew. There's Andrew Old Church, or Old St Andrew Church.
Yeah.
And there's this one.
Look at this lad. Lost their heads.
And this came from the old church.
Yes, you can see.
Because the old church is so isolated that nobody went there.
No.
We were going to go there today, but it's locked.
Well, I mean, if we have a look on here, the steps going up, look, somebody scratched 1756 in there, which is a good over a century older than the church. Oh, I love graffiti. It's a shame. I don't like the modern stuff. But there we go. If we have a look, we've got 1700.
Yeah.
Because these are the steps to go up. But if we have a look, it's been chonked about.
Well, if you stop running off like you normally do and get yourself onto the A side of that font,
Right.
and then I'm going to tell you to go clockwise around the font. Go onto the east, the other side.
Right, here.
Bit more.
Bit more, bit more.
Bit more.
Oh, God. 34 degrees out there today and I'm being ordered about. Right, go on.
Right. The panel you're looking at is baptism.
Yep.
Now, if you come clockwise, you'll see matrimony. Here's the next one.
Well, I wouldn't get married. I mean, there is impediments to getting married, but having a head or having your head chopped off is not one of them. Mind you, 15th century.
Next panel.
Right.
Ordination.
Yep. Again, chopped about. All lost their heads, all lost their faces.
And then the next one is the mass.
Definitely gone, that one.
Now, the next one is going to be gone.
The crucifixion.
No.
St Andrew.
The martyrdom of St Andrew.
We can just make out
The cross.
the X cross, which is, you know, Scottish flag.
Yeah. So the next panel is extreme unction.
Yep. Oh, look at that, look.
So that's looking after the sick.
That
and
is,
dying.
look at that, even got his shoes and a bedpan underneath.
Yeah.
How's that, look? What's the next panel in?
And the next one is confession.
Definitely been chopped about that one, isn't it?
Yeah. And the next one probably would have been chopped about as well, and that's confirmation.
Yeah, that's gone.
Now you can see under the bowl and the shelves you've got all this leaf foliage.
Right, let's do the trick, because we've got our amazing magical.
Washing line.
Yeah, this is, as we've said before, the camera tripod is made out of a washing line. So
No, it's not.
no, it's not. It's actually off a light, I think. But isn't that amazing?
But look at the shafts around it, all the detail that's in them.
It's beautiful. It's just a shame people had to do that.
This has been moved. This was up the road a mile and a bit.
Yeah.
It could have got damage being transported here. Highly likely, I know. Highly unlikely, I should say. But it probably has been defaced by the iconoclasts or the Reformation.
Yeah, every head's gone.
Yeah. During the Reformation
Clearly there.
and William Dowsing's time, they wanted to get rid of anything that was saintly or angelic. They also wanted to get rid of anything that celebrated death, which is basically what the Catholics do, is this big mass for the dead. And that was taken out. So this is why a lot of this stuff has been destroyed.
There's a picture there of St Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
But if we have a look, this is another lovely little church.
Yeah.
Although it's not got any age to it. Not, you know, this is 500 years newer than most of what we look at. But this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Look at the ceiling.
Yeah. Ceiling is absolutely amazing. But this was designed by someone called Frederick Barnes, who, like I said earlier, was an Ipswich architect. And he was responsible for designing the railway stations at Needham Market and Stone Market.
Yes.
And for some reason, he decided that these railway stations had to be done in a Tudor period style. Go figure. When he done that, the train had only just been invented. And he wanted to put it into a Tudor style building. So I think that's just amazing.
Let's head down.
So you can see by all the window traces, it is 13th century in style, but it is not 13th century.
No, it's beautiful buildings, all the same.
Yeah.
Because we look at, sometimes I think we get the impression we look at churches as if they're sort of some sort of antique, like a gramophone. It sits there and it looks nice, but nobody uses it. But this is used. Well, most churches are.
This side, you've got these tiny, tiny windows.
It's gorgeous. And those ones up there.
And you do sort of think, why? Because they're not really...
No, but...
They're not really letting any light in it.
It's a very dark church. I mean, there's no lights on today. Mind the step. Wait. Oh, I'm going to have a sit down. So Andrews, Melton, the spirit level. I like that. Oh, where's the seat? Look at the pulpit. Look at the pulpit. Absolutely gorgeous. And as we can see, we have a table altar.
Don't get me in.
No, I'm not getting you in it. Just sit. That's it.
Yeah, so we've got a table altar that's obviously fairly modern.
That is.
So the west window, which is behind us, and I'll show you later, has stained glass that comes from that well-known trio, Heaton, Butler and Bain.
Oh, good lord, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a comedy act, isn't it?
And there's also work by Kemp here as well. I'm actually trying to see. They've done that window up there. But this rood screen was put in 1934. And I think Paul, you're really going to have to get up close and personal with that.
I am.
So that people can see how intricately it is carved
is
along that top border.
Amazing. I'm going to hold you up high. Hang on, I'm going to hold you up very, very high because, like we. Hang on. Let's look at. Oh my God! Look at this. Right. Oh, there's another 6 foot up there. Here we go. Way. Right, we're going up and close and personal to the carving. You have a look. There is the cross. If we talk about a rood screen,
It is that.
it is this, but it would have been panelled off so you can't see beyond it.
Yeah.
Because this church is unlike, we looked at one nearby in Woodbridge, St John's.
Yeah.
Yeah, St John's, where there was no chancel built, and it was built a similar sort of period to this. But
yeah,
if you look at that, imagine the panels in with paintings and things. I'm going slowly, right? This is what a rood screen was, and
well, sort of. It's a 1930s imagining of a rood screen.
but look at the
I
intricacy.
can't really see any choir boys wanting to stand up the top there.
No, because it would have been a lot. Well, many churches had a rood loft.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got some Latin. Sacerdotes eius induum salutari. Right, there we go. And that's the back of the screen. Just look how intricate. Look at the carving there.
It's a sort of carving that if they made one mistake, they'd have to start
You'd
all over again.
You'd have to. That's Indian mahogany.
Yeah.
The organ there. I like the pews. The pews are actually made to look
older than what they are.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Absolutely.
I love the little windows. There we go.
It's all about, I think it's about fooling you, isn't it?
Yeah, you would.
You really know.
You would think this is 500 years old, and it is.
Yeah. It's just got smoother, straighter walls. You know, but you just look at that east window. It's amazing.
It is.
It's It's got the Decalogue boards.
Yeah, there's the Decalogue boards there. Oh, I like this. I feel like Moses with this. There we go. Look, they're beautiful windows. More Decalogue boards. But this one's got an altar at the end, and there's a lot of churches doing it. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to go into the sanctuary and just have a look.
But they do have altars.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I've said to you before, all churches were built as protection for the altar.
This is, yeah,
so
for this.
So it's not a church if it doesn't have an altar, really. Even if it's just the kitchen table, it's got an altar.
Yes. But let's have a walk back towards the font.
And you can see what I say about medieval churches here, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
It's when they used to have the rood screen and the chancel arch in a medieval church, the priest's view, which is from in here to this, you can see it here, even in this.
Yeah.
It's very plain. It's not as ornate as what the congregation sees on the other side, looking this way.
It's not. It's still beautifully carved, but it's not as ornate as the front.
No.
But I just think this
what
gives.
Is that up there? Some sort of archway. I
There's
think that's for the organ, isn't it?
It is. The organ's all built into the back of it. I mean, probably
Yeah.
later organ, I would imagine.
Hmm.
We have been in these, and they've got Yamaha organs.
So if you look at that west window ahead of you,
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's
that
have a
is
wander
the
down.
Heaton Butler Baines window.
But let's give you an idea of the roof and the timbers up there. Isn't it amazing? And I love it. It's got almost a Swiss chalet style to it with these little dormer windows.
But you know what's amazing is you've had thousands and go into all these medieval churches and say, you've got to level these
Yeah.
chancels to the naves.
Yeah.
But when they built this,
They
there's
built
steps
it.
in it.
Yeah, it is.
It's
If I
going
can,
back to
let's just
that
swing round.
original
It is.
idea.
So that, even with a rood, I mean, nearly every rood has been removed in the country.
And that is going back to the original idea.
Catholic churches.
Yeah.
See up there. I mean, a lot of them, and we've looked at a lot in these videos, have a little stairway going up with
Well, you see,
a loft.
you've got a gap there for whatever reason that is. It's to do with fabric. I don't know
Let's
what it
have
is.
a look at that, because what purpose does that little alcove
Is that
hold?
window?
I don't think it is. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to pull around the cloth there, but it makes me wonder whether, as part of the effect of building a medieval church in the Victorian times, that somebody's put that in there because a lot of churches would have had the stairway to nowhere, isn't it? Which is the stairway to most rood lofts.
Yeah.
In fact, Mel's got a funny story about our grandson.
Or when he fell down.
Yeah, he went bombing through and fell out of the other end because obviously the rood loft and the
He didn't. He fell from about 3 steps from the ground.
he can do it with style though.
But he is accident prone, is our deal, so. Now, the first nave window, which is where you should be, yes, it is this one.
This one here.
Yes, now, we'll talk to you about this one. Now, it is St Andrew, and he stands with St Ethelreda.
Oh yeah.
And what is St Ethelreda holding in her arms?
Holding their arms. Looks like a branch.
No, the other arm.
The other arm.
The building. Do you recognise the building? In her arms.
Oh, in her arms. Yeah, that's Ely Cathedral.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Says it at the bottom too.
Yeah, there you go. So that is the cathedral in her arms. So you've got St Andrew there with his X-shaped cross. So there we go.
Shall I go that way?
Yeah.
Onwards.
Oh, hang on a moment.
Oh.
So I just read my notes, and this window is a memorial for Hugh Stowell Scott, better known as Henry Seton Merriman. And he was the author, if anybody knows this, he was the author of popular adventure stories like The Barlash and The Guard and In Kedda's Tents.
Never heard of them.
I haven't, but apparently they're popular. They're popular books.
What's on
Right,
this?
the next window up here, Paul.
Oh, I've got to go backwards, haven't I?
You've got to go
I've got to go backwards.
But always try to jump the gun. Okay. Right, now this one is by A.L. Moore, and it's the Three Marys with the angel at the tomb. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I thought there was another one in here of interest, but I can't see that.
In memory of John Richard Wood and something erected, blah, 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 1910.
Well, I think we sort of come to the end of this one.
We have. I just want to have a look at what's on that very ornate doodah on the wall there. I like doodahs on the wall.
I think I started remembering.
Probably. Parish. Oh, it's the Great War of 1914-18. Now, this isn't a very big village here at all.
No, and
But
it's more industrial as well, isn't it?
yeah, with this would have been a port, and you know,
You've got a train station over the road.
yeah.
This village was built on industry rather than anything else. It's a nice village. I wouldn't call it quaint and pretty though, would you?
No.
Because you've got warehousing, factories and things.
Yeah, it's
Just a few metres away from this church. But you have got this here. So you've got Alfred Walter Adams, Ernest George Adams.
I can't read them all now, but
No.
this is.
I do like to read them though, because I don't like them to be forgotten, because they gave their life for us. And I just think
There's 20 or more there.
it's just, wow.
Yeah.
Pause it and read it for yourselves, because these young men, they should never be forgotten.
No, they've given their lives for the rest of us.
Exactly. Anyway, I think on that note,
That's it. Until next time. Sorry, I'll take my glasses off, to be earnest, you say. Until next time, thanks for joining us on Great British Churches. Bye-bye for now.